Television is seen in over 100 countries around the globe, but the one that's closest to our hearts is our home and native land, Canada. Now, all favoritism aside, Canada is without doubt the greatest and most fashionable country in the world. But you certainly wouldn't know it to ask some of these New York movers and shakers. They seem to have a lot of misconceptions about life and fashion in the Great White North. Eh? When I say Canadian style, what images come to mind?
Igloos, Eskimos, angry French Canadians with skunk hats.
Canada. I don't know. I guess I think of Molson beer. Is that from Canada?
The first thing is big check shirts and lots of thick jackets and...
oh, I'm a lumberjack and that.
Okay.
When I say Canada, what images pop into your mind?
A stripper named Olivia Neutron Bomb who owned a pit bull terrier named Detox. It's an entire interview in itself.
Canada? Now, I can't get into Canada for love nor money. I mean, please, that's the worst place in the world. Fascism at its best. Canada will not let me in. Katie Lang, isn't she Canadian?
Oh, yes, she is.
Well, that's a big old lesbian, isn't it?
So in terms of style, Canada isn't doing too bad if we have someone like Katie Lang.
No, Canada is a fabulous place. Canada is America with a soul.
What images pop to mind? What do you think of Canada?
Gosh, I think of A at the end of every sentence.
When I say to you Canada, what images pop to mind?
Nothing.
I'm afraid of Americans. I'm afraid of the world.
I don't know enough about Canadian style to really comment, but look at all the fabulous Canadians. I mean, you know, it's Shalom is a Canadian, right? Mm-hmm. Could you be more stylish than that, or more fabulous or more successful?
Canadian style. Okay?
Notice the T-shirt, fellow Canadians.
For so many people, Canada seems like a part of the United States. And I know I'm not supposed to say that, but you can't tell the difference between Canadians and Americans. Really.
I think Canadians just have a sense of style that is their own. I don't think it's not such a consumer sort of, you know, it's not such a consumer mentality, and they wear what they want.
They don't have the money to spend. Come on, that's all. Listen, let me tell you something. I grew up in Buffalo, New York, right on the Canadian-American border. Yes, and let me tell you something. When we were desperate, we would go on the other side looking for chicks. Right?
And when we were desperate for those sales, we went there for all the cheap stuff. That's what you're known for.
We went there for cheap gas. Cheap gas.
We went there for beer.
For cheap beer.
Yeah, cheap beer.
Cheap piss donkey beer, by the way.
There was and always will be a Canadian style, and I think it's a sort of optimism in the face of adversity.